guys, So from Stretch Kinetics here, and I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about PNF stretching. So you might have heard of PNF stretching. A lot of physios and body workers use this, as well as assisted stretch therapists, to work to achieve a greater range of flexibility in a static stretch hold. So what that actually means is that we find a passive stretch through either a muscle or a target muscle group, and then an active contraction through that same muscle group. Then we repeat that stretch and contract, and then we find a hold to try and find the greatest range of movement at that particular muscle group, that particular muscle, or that joint. So the big long name of PNF is actually Proprioceptive Neuromuscular Facilitation, if you want to get very technical about it, and that's essentially what it means. So I'm going to show you just an example of what that might look like if we were to self-administer this, but we also would do this in an assisted stretch setting where we would apply this technique to our client. So I'm going to show you this with our quad stretch. So I'm just going to turn to the side. I'm going to take that right foot into my right hand, and I'm going to start with the passive stretch. So I'm holding the resistance of that foot. I'm going to pull on that resistance, so it's like I'm drawing my heel in towards my glute here. All the while I'm going to try and stay really nice and tall through that spine to ensure I get that nice big stretch. So our target muscle group are those quads here. So when I found a good resistance for that stretch, I'm feeling a decent amount of stretch. If I was to kind of scale it, you're looking about a 7 out of 10 in terms of sensation of that stretch. We don't want to ever feel pain or shooting pains or anything like that. It's more of that sensation of a stretch. And then I'm going to hold the foot where it is, and I'm going to try and contract these muscles. So I'm stretching the muscles that would straighten the knee by bending the knee. So to contract the muscles, I'm going to try and straighten that knee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the back of my foot into my hand like I'm going to extend my leg down, but my hand's holding the resistance. So I'm actively contracting those muscles using about 10% of my total force, and just finding that push down for 3, for 2, for 1, and then I relax those muscles and I'm going to draw that heel in a little bit closer, and then we find the new range of movement. So we're holding that new range of movement. We may find that it might be a little bit further than we originally had. Might hold that stretch here and then work through that same routine again. So we're going to find that, I like to use the breath work here, so finding an inhale in. And as I exhale, I'm just going to push that back of my foot down into my hand for 3, for 2, for 1. Let it go, and I'm going to pull into that stretch a little bit further, really drawing that heel in towards my glute. I'm going to take one more round like this, taking that inhale in. Exhale, I'm going to push that foot down. Again, you might not see much, but I'm trying to push that foot. If I let my hand go, I would be pushing my foot, it would be coming down towards the floor for 3, for 2, for 1, and then we found our very end range of that stretch. So I've drawn in as far as I can go with this one, feeling that nice deep stretch. Again, if you're self-administering this, you just want to think about around about a 7 out of 10 in terms of that stretch sensation, and then we just hold that for about 15 to 30 seconds for each one of these, depending on how comfortable you feel with it. You can always ease your way out if you feel like, oh, I've gone a little bit too far with this one. Just ease your way back through one of those first ranges that we moved through. And then you're going to let that leg go. After you found that nice big hold, give it a little shake, and then you would repeat that on the other side. So you can do these with a lot of different stretches. Again, it's a great one to self-administer with, but also a really brilliant one when you are doing your assisted stretching as well. So that is PNF stretching. We go into that in a lot more detail inside our course. So if you do want to check it out, please hit the link below.